Welcome back to the weekly news roundup. This is the business and the Sillyville editions. These are recorded live Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we are now streaming on 5 separate platforms. If you'd like to catch the show live, we are live on YouTube, Odyssey, Rumble, Twitch, and DLive. And I think I might be able to stream to another one as well. I'll have to look into it. Anyway, let's go ahead and get diving on into our busyness news. A beloved browser extension acquired by a non-beloved antivirus firm. I had to read this article 5 times to figure out what the name of the extension is, because it's the stupidest name of an extension ever. The extension is called I Don't Care About Cookies. Okay, so the extension I Don't Care About Cookies, basically it will eliminate all of the cookie pop-ups across the internet, but it does so by accepting all of them. Which, of course, if you are deleting your cookies, clearing your web cache and things like that, that's just fine. I do that on my Lineage phone, on my Firefox Focus, because the cookies get cleared every single time I run a session. So I don't care, whatever's more convenient. And so the I Don't Care About Cookies browser extension does exactly that. It's going to go through and confirm and accept every cookie it can, just to completely block those pop-ups from ever showing up on the internet. Now, the problem is it was just purchased by Avast. Now, Avast, well, it used to have a lot of good functions. It was caught not once, not twice, but I believe 3 times in various backdoor deals doing bad privacy stuff. And it caused a lot of issues and a lot of problems. And so doing such, some people are like, wow, that's awesome. We get better support. But a whole lot of people going, yeah, I'm uninstalling because I do not trust Avast. So, of course, they had a couple different cases where they were using information from people's computers to market ads. They were doing a few other things. Actually, detailed most of these down there. They had a data brokerage operation called JumpShot. In 2020, they closed down after an investigation. See, it takes investigations by big magazines like PC Mag and Vice. Oh, I guess this was problematic because we were caught. See, that's not the type of business I really want to do business with. Oh, we shut it down because we were investigated. Sure. They were selling data, Home Depot, Google, Microsoft, a lot of different things. The creative ad block dug into the online security extensions. The extension was sending extensive details about pages they visited and activities pages and other data that made de-anonymizing people fairly easy. Google soon removed Avast and AVG's extensions from the Chrome store. So basically, this is the company that buys this browser extension. No, just close down. This is the same problem with WaterFox. WaterFox was purchased by a company that does exactly this. WaterFox is compromised. You should not be using WaterFox anymore. Startpage has an investment from the same company, but they're not owned by, and the company does not have any access to anything from Startpage. So I don't consider Startpage completely compromised, although I'm not using them a lot these days either because they're stupid robot forms. It's like, dude, you're a privacy browser. You're supposed to be this privacy search engine. And every other time I go to do a search, you're like, are you a real human? Tell us about yourself. What are you doing? Like, screw you. You're supposed to be a search engine. Don't give me these CAPTCHAs, especially after on my phone, I spent 3 minutes typing something long in, and then you just redirect to that. And I have to go to a completely different search engine and type all the crap in again. What is this nonsense? I've pretty much stopped using Startpage. Whatever. All right. Well, PG&E, this is the big power company in California that keeps on having massive brownouts. Well, they actually had another big power snafu. Apparently, they have tons and tons and tons of Tesla batteries to store power from its amazing high-efficiency green energy that's so amazing. It just causes the state to roll into brownouts multiple times a year. And so one of these Tesla walls, however, burst into flames. They shut down Highway 1 and had all sorts of issues. Basically, the facility burnt to the ground. So the story, let's see. The storage has 256 megapacks, capable of storing 730 megawatt hours of energy when not aflame. Such facilities underpin the crucial transition to renewables by storing clean energy in massive amounts of rare earth minerals that had to be strip mined out of the ground by third world country children. So there you have it, guys. Coal plant, much better. Nuclear, that's good. Solar, good for off-grid, not good for green energy. Not green. Solar is not green. It is simply off-grid. It works. It's good. It's just simply off-grid. But yeah, PG&E had more power disruptions by one of their power storage facilities catching a flame. That's exciting. All right, well, Google is pushing for a new codec called AV1. This is going after Dolby with an HDR audio standard that is going to compete with Dolby. So as the article exclaims, the issue is that everything with Dolby codecs and with Dolby branding pays Dolby about $2 out of a $50 streaming stick. So if you go and buy a $50 streaming stick for streaming some type of information, it costs $50. $2 of that goes right to Dolby in licensing. I think that's fine for Dolby. That's a great business deal. They've done well for themselves by creating something everybody wanted at a time when these types of things were not easy to do. Unfortunately, that's really kind of old tech. I mean, you got to think Dolby came out, 20, 30, maybe 40 years ago with all of these standards, and it's become so easy now to run open source codecs. So what Google's plan is to roll out an open source codecs and make it available for the world. So if they are actually making it available to the world and it can't collect data, this is a really good thing. If it does any form of data tracking, yeah, screw it. I'll pay the extra couple dollars to Dolby to have their standards instead. Because, I mean, if there's one company that can figure out how to extract data from a rock, it would be Google. And that might be happening. But we'll have to see what happens when this comes out. This is just the announcement that they're doing it. It's called the Alliance for Open Media. It includes Amazon, Apple, ARM, Google, Intel, Meta, Microsoft, Mozilla, Netflix, NVIDIA, and Samsung. So, all of the world's greatest companies in the world that we have every reason to trust. All right. LibreOffice, are you going to pay for it now? This is a fun one. I read through this article. I looked at this going, I'm okay with this. So basically what this has to do with is you can now get LibreOffice on the Apple Store. So if you have a Mac OS, you pull up the Mac OS software store, you can download LibreOffice from the Apple Store. It's going to cost you €8.99. And all of that money, minus Apple's cut, of course, goes to the Document Foundation to help support LibreOffice. That's pretty cool. Now, LibreOffice says, yeah, you can still download it the way you always could for free. On your Mac. You can download it on your Mac. The problem is you download it on the Mac, and even though it's a good, reputable program, the Mac still blocks applications you've downloaded from the internet by default. And so you'd have to go in and make it a security exception for that application or for all applications. This is going to allow you to go in. You can still grab the latest version completely free. It's the same one, and it's going to be completely free. And they said, this is the way it's going to be. But if you want to bypass that step, be sure and not disable any of the web downloading issues, and you want to download it directly from the Apple Store itself, it's going to cost you €9. Is that okay with me? That's fine with me. I mean, Apple users, you guys are already used to paying for everything. You guys don't know there's stuff out there that doesn't cost you. You guys are the ones that just want to drop thousands and thousands of dollars of the sheer convenience for a computer that has 10 years ago standards. I'm exaggerating. I know it's better than that. But all that being said, you can now download the information here. You can download it from the store, pay a little bit of money. You can download it from the internet completely for free. And this just funds LibreOffice a little bit more. Is this a good deal? Is this a bad deal? I don't know. I don't really see this as a big deal personally. I kind of weighed it and I'm like, whatever. It's just for that. I mean, who knows? Maybe they add LibreOffice to the Microsoft Store and it's going to be the same deal. If they start adding a fee to a Linux repo, yeah, there's other applications. But I think this is fine, and I think it's a good way for them to generate some income on people that are used to paying for everything anyway, especially if they make it clear, hey, you can download the thing for free as well. If you research it a little bit, you find that you can. But for those that do not want to do that, that money's not necessarily an option, there you have it. What do you guys think? Is this a problem for LibreOffice, or is this just a really good thing? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Well, if you'd like to help support the channel, we do have affiliates, and today we are highlighting Linode, and Linode is going to give you $100 in credit on any new accounts. So you can spin up a lot of Linodes, you can do VPNs and media servers and web servers, streaming servers, all sorts of fun stuff over there on Linode. So tlm.li/Linode, that'll help support the channel as well. Well, guys, you've been waiting for it. Let's head on over to Sillyville. All right, first up in Sillyville from Not the Bee. Oh, yeah, this couple tried to fill their Tesla's tires with propane. Average Tesla users are there. They're trying to air up their tires with propane at a gas station. When you can't tell the difference between a big thing that says flammable, warning, Amerigas, propane, and you're trying to put that into your tires, you shouldn't be driving a car. There should be some very basic things, and this is what smart cars gets us. Our tires are low. Let's fill it up with propane. I would have just I don't know. As crude as it is, let's let him fill it up and see what happens. I mean, yikes. I mean, how fast will propane ignite the lithium batteries that are just under those tires? That would be an interesting question. Well, the world may never know because we have a smart individual who's like, hey, yo, what are you doing? All right, well, Beyond Meat, of course, we all need to get off that evil meat because it's killing the planet. It's going to kill the planet, all this stuff. Use Beyond Meat instead. Well, the Beyond Meat COO, Doug Ramsey, was arrested for biting a man's nose off at an Arkansas college football game. Meat's back on the menu, boys! So he got into a road rage altercation with some guy who cut in front of him. He gets out, they get into a scuffle, and he bites the guy's face. This is the COO of a company that makes a meat substitute because meat's going to kill us. He went all Hannibal Lecter on everybody, and now we have a crazy meat-obsessed, human flesh-obsessed COO of a meatless company. You just can't make this stuff up, guys. I mean, really? Beyond Meat Chief Operating Officer Doug Ramsey was arrested this weekend for allegedly biting a man's nose in an Arkansas parking lot. Like, what? What in the world's going on that you're biting somebody's face in a fight? This is insane. He's charged with terroristic threatening and third-degree battery and booked in Washington County, Arkansas jail on Saturday evening. His release Sunday, according to the Washington County information page. Ramsey and Beyond Meat did not immediately respond to requests for comment. Altercation happened in the parking lot. Yeah, there you go, guys. There you go. New product. Beyond Noses in the comments. Great. All right, and on to our feature story. Ford now has an app that, of course, they're putting all this new smart tech inside of their cars. And if you as a pedestrian are worried about being run over by a Ford car, you can download an app on your phone, and then your phone will be able to communicate with a Ford vehicle. So then your Ford vehicle will be able to avoid you instead of run you over like a sack of potatoes or like a Tesla runs over a child, one of the two. So okay, so we have cars now with all this smart technology, and your solution is you tell me to download an app that uses Bluetooth Low Energy. So I have to download an app and always keep my Bluetooth turned on so your car doesn't run me over. Great. This is an awesome app. I got to say, I'm downloading this tomorrow. Because I don't want to be run down by any rogue Fords in the street. I mean, if I don't, I'm going to be found on the road dead. I mean, really. I am certainly going to be feeding on radiator dust of this vehicle, and I will have to fix or repair my body daily. But, you know, at least Ford's watching out for us. They're providing for us an app so that we will not be run over by their rogue vehicles. Well, if you'd like to help support the channel, we do have a Patreon page, patreon.com/TOMM. It's Tom M, which will help support all of the different channels we do. With that, thanks for watching, everybody, and we will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching this video from Switched to Linux. This channel would not be possible without the backing of the program supporters scrolling on the screen now. You can be a supporter at Patreon at patreon.com/TOMM or at thinklifemedia.com. I also want to thank the open source community who creates such excellent software that makes producing this show possible. Please remember to support your software communities. Thank you, and I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux.